Awesome. I will take it from here. Hi, everyone. For those of you that I have not had the pleasure of meeting, I am Jacqueline Maloof. I am an account exec here at FitPros. I'm also located in Boston. John, we have to connect on that because I'd love to be able to take you for lunch or coffee sometime. I'm quickly going to just go through an agenda of what we're going to cover today so everybody knows exactly what we'll be discussing, all of the great things in today's session. So first, I'm going to briefly go through some of FitPro's offerings, our interactive programs that really help build culture, address key issues, things like isolation, obesity, DEI, high MSK spends, caregiving support, and more. Then I will pass it over to our customer success manager, Marissa, who will be chatting with Sandy Hernandez. She is one of our awesome clients currently who started with our custom program route, and now she is currently working with us on FitPros Live for her global population, and she's also integrated some health fairs. So super excited to chat with Sandy about all of the success she's had with FitPros Live. Then Dantona, our customer success manager, will be chatting with Lisa Pino. Lisa is a broker that has worked with us for 5 years now, and she's championed FitPro's Wellbeing solutions year after year. So we're super excited to have her on here as well. Then we will answer any questions that anybody has. I'm also happy if any folks want to stick around for an additional 5 minutes, give a demo of FitPros Live. This is our newest solution platform. So for those of you who haven't seen it, we're happy to go through that after if folks have some extra time. Then we will announce our lucky prize winner, who again will receive $500 in FitPros credit to be able to gift to any of their clients. And then lastly, as Lindsay mentioned, everybody's a winner. So any client that you refer to FitPros between now and July, they will receive a free month of FitPros Live with their purchase, which is really awesome. So super excited. So I will jump right in. So I'm going to just cover the 3 different ways that FitPros works with our client companies. So the first is our FitPros Live platform. This is what Sandy's going to be chatting a lot about in her success with FitPros Live. So we offer 600 plus live sessions annually. There are also monthly themes through FitPros Live that highlight key observances, things like Mental Health Awareness Month. There are also unlimited challenges on FitPros Live too, which really helps engage employees, make them feel like they're special, being able to win prizes for engaging in well-being activities, all of the things. Through FitPros Live, there's also a private company workspace, which is just private to the client company, where folks can post different things that they're doing around their well-being activities, photos of them working out, taking the dog for a walk, all of the things to really help integrate remote companies to make them feel a little bit more tighter knit. There's also a central events calendar on there too. So anything even outside of FitPros that folks are doing within their environment, they can pin here because we send out push notifications. So this really will help HR professionals, HR champions in the environment alleviate a lot of that back end work through push notifications. So if they have even like open enrollment reminders or health fairs on site, that can be put in the FitPros Live app as well. There's a social feed in there too, which I kind of discussed a little bit about what that looks like. Folks can post pictures of fun things that they're doing, kind of hype everybody up. And then lastly, the push notifications. There are also push notifications for every single one of the events through FitPros Live. So say, for example, somebody registers for a meditation class, they will get a push notification sent to their phone, and the program will pop up on their email for reminders. As I said, Sandy recently started utilizing FitPros Live, and we're excited to kind of share her success and a little bit more info on all the things FitPros Live. Next, our solution is custom programming. So this is a really awesome way for you as broker partners working with your client companies and uncovering what they're struggling with, whether it be really high spends around MSK or whether it be a lot of mental health issues, maybe struggling with parenting, caregiving, things like that. We really intake from the client company what they're struggling with and help put together a prescribed plan for them. So this is very customizable for any employee, regardless of where they're at in their wellness journey. We want to make sure that we're providing the group a custom program that really fits their needs. So for example, if a client is seeing really high cost spends around MSK, which I know is a really expensive cost for a lot of client companies right now, we're happy to put together programs that highlight ergonomics, health talks, desk stretches, pain relief, things like that to really help the company lower their spends and make sure that they're employees are happy and healthy in the coming time. And then last but not least, our final offering is our health fairs. So we offer virtual and on-site health fairs. We really pride ourselves on the fact that we take on a lot of the coordination so that the client doesn't have to. This is just a really fun way during open enrollment for us to be able to put on a really fun wellness event for your clients. Make sure that they know that they don't have to do a lot of the planning. That's something that we're happy to take on for them. We do have some new additions to our virtual health fairs where it does include a month of FitPros Live, which is really great, giving clients the ability to run challenges and utilize all of the fun, awesome events through our FitPros Live platform. And now I will pass it over to Marissa and Sandy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Marissa Moore. I am the Senior Client Success Manager here at FitPros. I am so excited to introduce you all to Sandy Hernandez. Sandy is one of the lovely, lovely clients that I have the pleasure of working with here at FitPros. We originally partnered with Sandy at Cross River in 2024 with custom programming every single month for Cross River employees in addition to their on-site health fair. And since they've transitioned over into FitPros Live as well, that they're doing in 2025 in addition to their on-site health fair. So thank you so much, Sandy, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Sandy, so before you partnered with FitPros, can you tell me what challenges you were seeing within your team around well-being?
Well, one of the challenges that we had before joining FitPros was like engagement with employees. So it was really difficult for us to get the employees to attend the sessions just because we had it at a certain time frame. And so if the employees had meetings during that time, they just weren't able to attend. So we were struggling on getting employees engaged in all the sessions that we had. And they mentioned they were great, but timing was an issue.
Absolutely. So in reference to the custom programming sessions with the predetermined dates and times, can you share, in terms of transitioning to FitPros Live, maybe your experience and how that's shifted then with the engagement and retention?
Yeah, definitely. So with the pros live, it's amazing, and like a lot of employees are really interacting with the app. They enjoy the fact that one, it's live, and so they can do it during a live session. Many of the sessions are pre-recorded, so if they can't attend those sessions, then they can see it in their time, right? So after work, early in the morning, they can view those and they don't miss out. So that's a really good plus for us, and we're seeing a lot of people engaging and enjoying the sessions in their time.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Could you share a few examples of how the FitPros programming that you're currently offering, like FitPros Live or your health fair, has aligned with your population's needs and made a measurable difference?
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's been great. I mean, the health fair especially, we had our first last year. And so everyone was really excited about having local vendors come in and promote their services and offer discounts. Employees loved that there was a DJ, that there was free massages available, and it was just a very good attendance that we had for the health fair. And we're really excited for this year's health fair that's coming up next month. We're gonna have a photo booth. We're gonna have charcuterie people coming and drawing, and a whole bunch of other vendors. So folks are excited to know that there's gonna be another health fair coming up.
That's amazing. I was going to say if there was anything specific you were excited for this year. So it sounds like it's going to be a super
Yeah,
awesome event, building off of last year's success as well, too.
yeah, yeah, and we're excited with having a juice bar. So our company has a kosher diet. So FitPros has been really great with that and making sure that all the vendors that are offering food have those kosher restrictions. So that has been really great.
Can you tell me what has partnering with FitPros allowed you and your HR team be able to do differently, whether that's in terms of time savings or strategic focus or employee satisfaction or anything that you're hearing from your employees based on what you're currently offering with us?
Well, for me specifically, time saving is great. Just the fact that FitPros already has a decent amount of sessions available every day live, and that I myself do not have to figure out and plan a whole year's worth of wellness events. Granted, I have to do some outside of this, but the majority are through FitPros. So that has saved me so much time in the HR department, and I can focus on other tasks within our team. So this is great. This was a win-win.
Thank you, Sandy. And on the screen here too, we do have cross-reference of Sandy's organization's FitPros Live analytics here on the dashboard. So we thought it would be super exciting to share. Sandy, if you don't mind, I know if you maybe share a few words about the current steps challenge you have going on, or some of the excitement that you've had buzzing with the challenge rollout.
Yeah, so we was really excited that in addition to the live sessions, they actually have a challenge section within the app. And so we launched our first challenge this spring. So we started in March 19th, and it's for the whole entire month season of spring, right? And so we've had quite a lot of people join. And the challenge was to do at least a minimum of 10,000 steps per day for the whole entire spring season. And yeah, a lot of employees are really excited and doing way more than 10,000 steps per day, which is crazy. And some people, everyone's just talking about it and just enjoying and having fun. And we have some prizes, but really honestly, no one's doing it for the prizes, more of just seeing who's actually getting more steps. And it's kind of fun, like trying to like beat the person above you. So within the app, the dashboard, you'll be able to see who's above you, right? So like within you'll see like the 10 leaderboard, you'll see who's at the top 10, but then you'll also see within your range who's near you, right? Before and above you. So it's kind of fun. A nice challenge.
Thank you so much, Sandy. I know I, for one, really value our partnership and the time that you took to share some of these insights as well. So thank you so much, Sandy.
Thank you.
Yeah. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Dan Tona and Lisa Pino, but I'll pass it to Dan first.
Thank you, Marissa, and thank you everyone for carving the time out today to join us, and a particular expression of gratitude to Lisa and Sandy for taking the time to speak today. We really value the partnership, and we really value everyone's attendance today. I have the pleasure of asking Lisa Pino some questions today. Lisa joins us from Newfront, as do many of you as well. And she's an expert in all things employee benefits, with a particular set of knowledge in employee well-being. Thank you so much, Lisa, for taking the time.
You're more than welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
When you're recommending a well-being partner to clients, what criteria do you tend to look for, and how does FitPros help deliver on some of those expectations?
Really looking for a partner, somebody that's a true partner that really cares about our clients as much as we do. And I feel like with FitPros, working with them over the years, I did look this up earlier this week. My first experience with FitPros was back in 2019. It was a custom programming, and we did an on-site cooking class for a client. So just having that, the longevity with FitPros, I truly feel like they are passionate about what they do. You guys have grown in, your tool chest is like so much bigger now than it was before. But I think the most important thing is like finding a partner that is truly a partner. Like I've worked with Marissa on numerous clients, and they love her. Everybody loves her. It just makes our job so much easier that you guys truly care about our clients as much as we care about them. You follow through on all your promises. The clients feel supported. The clients feel, truly taken care of. I'm always getting good feedback regarding FitPros. Clients feel like you really have their back when discussing, the planning, and everything that we go over in the pre-planning is executed and delivered during those OE sessions. So
it's such a heartwarming answer. Thank you so much. And I saw the cooking demo you were referring to, and I go, it's so awesome that we have the opportunity to speak with you today, because you truly have been here for every step of the journey. We've seen the growth, as you call it, going from on-site events. Now we have the digital solutions, FitPros Live, which offers the challenges, and the virtual events, daily live streams. So it's really cool getting the opportunity to work with someone with such expertise, but someone who has also watched us grow, and we've helped our clients together flourish with all their well-being initiatives. My next question here, can you share how FitPros' ease of implementation and calendar-based programming has made it easier for your clients to take action on well-being goals?
As far as the implementation, it's effortless. Like FitPros, you guys handle everything, all the logistics, reaching out to the carriers. I think the main lift from either us, the broker, or the client is providing the contacts to the carriers. Once the client, decides what they want as far as sessions from FitPros, everything is done by you guys. The calendar-based programming is amazing. The reach out to the carriers, the follow-up. If we have any special requests, my clients always ask for some sort of raffle prize to help encourage engagement to the sessions. And you guys always, include that in your reach out to the carriers and make sure that's all organized and sent out to the proper folks. So you guys really do the heavy lift of schedule, everything around the wellness, open enrollment weeks. Everything goes smooth. I've had great feedback from clients. And you can really, as the broker, you can be as involved as you want or don't want, because you guys really handle everything. We're there kind of just to support you and to support our client and kind of help facilitate any questions they may have going through this. But it's really an easy lift with you guys doing this.
We really appreciate the effort and the lifts that you all make as well. I feel specifically with the carrier coordination, having a collaborative effort with our broker partners, with the carrier contacts and our team alike, it really just makes a symbiotic and seamless operation. And we try to get all those events secured well in advance of the session. So it's really just plug and play. If you're talking about a virtual health fair, those carrier events are ready to go, hopefully well in advance of when you want them to take place. Also, many of our virtual health fairs have transitioned to the FitPros app, and our implementation for that, we take pride in making it a seamless but short process as well. We want clients to have access to a robust well-being workspace that offers recordings and all the access to the live events, but also doesn't put too much administrative strain. For example, lengthy implementations, lengthy account creation processes. We recognize these as not just barriers to people creating accounts, but barriers to employees accessing their well-being program. The final question I have is, how have your clients responded after implementing FitPros programs in terms of engagement, feedback, or benefits alignment?
Yeah, so our clients have seen a measurable increase in engagement during open enrollment in the wellness fairs when they're using FitPros. Some of our clients have actually even invested in the FitPros Live mobile app. So that's been great. That's kind of been a nice add-on to them. And that's made the whole open enrollment wellness fair even that much more successful, because employees can go right to their app. All of those, sessions are on the app and easy to be accessible. The feedback consistently positive. My clients are just so thankful for everything you guys do and, how everything turns out. FitPros is very professional. The partners that you guys have for your, whether it's health talks, fitness classes, even the team building activities, like everybody's so professional. I do have a client who, just because of their kind of demographics and locations, we don't always get a lot of participation, but it's recorded, and like the FitPros professionals, like will run the session as if 100 people are in the webinar, you know, whether it's 0 or 100. You know, of course, that's not what we want, but like it has happened, and they run it as if, you know, it's a full room. So we also then have those recordings to post on their benefit portal or them to access on FitPros Live. So that if they did miss it and it's something they wanted to view, they can go back and do that. And then again, like prior to COVID, I know we did some on-site services with some team building sessions with some of our clients, which were highly successful and like had great feedback coming back from the clients. So nothing but good things to say about FitPros. It's been such a pleasure partnering with you guys and like seeing you grow over the last, you know, 6 or 7 years. And yeah, I'm really happy with the partnership that we have and always get really good feedback from our clients.
Thank you so much for that. And we definitely want to make a virtual solution seem like it is one that is done in person. There's a ton of sentimental value to feeling connected to the pro, feeling connected to the person who's leading a meditation or a fitness class, whatever it may be. And being in a live environment definitely is conducive to that. I'll just touch on it one more time. Marissa did share the dashboard view in her slide, but we also will provide a host of analytics that helps broker partners and clients alike understand the viability and the utilization of their well-being program. A current analysis of our book of business just showed that 24% of our registered users, those are people that have accounts in the FitPros workspace, have attended an event in the past 30 days. So people are connecting with the pro, but also making use of the live well-being offering and accessing many of those events. Thank you so much, Lisa. It's been a pleasure to have a conversation with you today. Thank you again for joining us, and I will pass the torch back to Jackie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lisa. So first we want, before we get into the prizes, if you want to drop questions in the chat or if they want to just come off mute, we'd love to be able to answer any questions that anybody has regarding the relationship that Sandy has with FitPros, Lisa, and the broker partnership. Any kind of questions, happy to answer at this time.
It's even a really small group, so if you guys want to come off mute and just ask any question about our programming.
Yeah, what's the ideal client market, like the client size for a FitPro?
Excellent question. So with our live app, we're able to work with really any group size, typically 50 and up. Our sweet spot is 200 to 5,000 is our sweet spot. Yep.
Perfect. Cool. Thank you.
Absolutely. Great question. Ian, I saw you came off too.
Oh, well, I mean, as you know, I'm very familiar with FitPros. I haven't had any clients that are, you know, in the interested in this type of service recently, which is why I haven't really engaged y'all, but definitely always recommend FitPros first for this sort of tool or resource. So hopefully at some point we'll have some new clients interested in bringing y'all in. But I don't, other than that, I don't really have any questions other than my personal recommendation. I think you guys are great.
Thank you. Appreciate you. I also want to mention, I'm very much open and would love any other, if you guys want to message me directly, any feedback, any comments, questions, things that you've witnessed or you hear clients say or what they'd like to see, please give it to me, because we're always evolving, especially our content calendar and what employees need. It's, you know, we are not we are privately owned, so we do not have to, you know, report to a board or any investors, and so we can change our content however we see fit, and I can post whatever I want on LinkedIn.
I have a question for you. How does the I find the live pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
How does that, like, how does that work for a company? Is it based on a number of participants or their size, etc.?
Yeah, I'm going to hand it to Jackie in just a minute, but I'll actually answer the not ask question on setup. It's incredibly simple. So, and Marissa and Dan know more about this than I do, but for implementing the platform, it's incredibly easy. All we need is a domain that the employer wants employees with company email addresses to have access to. So we do not collect any other data except name and email. So setting up the account and security wise, it's incredibly easy. As I mentioned earlier, minimum 50 employees, but Jackie, what else am I missing? Or Dan or Marissa, if you want to chime in on anything.
No, yeah, minimum 50 employees. I think the great thing too about live, and after I announce our prize winner, again, if anybody does have 5 minutes to stay on, I can go through a live demo. If not, after this, we'll be sending a thank you email to everybody, and I'll include my link in there if we want to schedule time, and I can go through the demo with anybody at a better time. But I think the great thing about live is that it's very holistic. So understanding that like employees aren't dealing with the same thing at the same time. Somebody might be struggling with mental health. Somebody might be trying to get better at physical health. Somebody might be interested in just learning new recipes for cooking, and it has something for everyone. And the great thing too is that we map our calendar of programs based around observances. So for example, this month, there's been such an amazing collection of topics, health related talks around mental health, meditations, physical stuff around mental health, eating that helps, you stay active and not stressed and things like that. So being able to also offer a variety of programs that highlights observances, not only do folks really want to see, but it takes the time off the HR champion in the environment to think of like what types of events to be offering. So it's kind of just one stop where everything is already done for the group, but everybody can kind of engage in whatever they're interested in.
I was going to add too regarding the implementation piece. So the client would have the dedicated client success manager. As Lindsay mentioned, we collect the email domains and different things like that, but we do all the setup on our end. So really it's a turnkey solution. Once we have the information we need from the clients, we can do single sign-on integration if that's something that the group needs or is interested in. And then we have some ready to go flyers, slide presentations. I lead tons and tons of implementation and launch calls to the employee population, getting them to set up their accounts, what's needed, how do they use the resource, what types of sessions are available to them too. And we've seen really, really great participation. We actually have done a handful of these for Cross River as well too, if Sandy's still on here. To get employees to create their accounts and get set up. So really it's just getting the HR team comfortable with navigating the platform and then providing them with the materials needed to launch.
Awesome. I know we're a couple minutes over, so I want to make sure that I can announce the winner. So we dropped some names into a randomized like sorting app. And drum roll for the winner is Ian, which I'm really excited about because he said that he hasn't had a chance to work with FitPros in a while. So Ian, you now have $500 in FitPros credit to use for any of your client company. So nice to be able to give any of your clients a little discount. And we're really excited that you are our winner.
Well, thank you. That's awesome. I will. I got to think hard on who
There you
to
go.
use that for, but I'll be in touch. Thank you.
Yeah. Robin, didn't you win last year?
I
Not true.
did, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yay, she's back.
Right, we're kind of
Back for her
monopolizing.
collection of winning.
Yeah. No, it's great to kind of see the updates too. I did have one quick question, more so just about when you're thinking about the live content and maybe even the custom programmings, what is kind of the top challenge or topic that most of our, kind of clients or mutual customers are asking about? If you could quantify, I guess, what's the top trend right now?
I'm gonna suggest Dan and Marissa answer this. I have always found that it kind of depends on the time of the year. If it's mental health month, they usually want mental health sessions. If it's, yeah, Marissa, I saw you come off mute first.
I was gonna say, I would say the biggest trend that we're seeing right now is like bite-sized wellness content, regardless of the session type. So something that we have really integrated into the content of the live streamed sessions is 15-minute desk stretch sessions, a 15-minute quick burn, things that people can truly do within their workday without feeling like they have to block an hour out of their calendar. And so in terms of engagement across the board, even some health talk sessions are 20 minutes where it's like, here are the 3 things that you need to do to establish a walking routine or to make a dinner for 2 under $15, right? So in terms of the types of content, as Lindsay mentioned, it definitely seems to trend with observances or the time of the year, but we're really, really seeing clients engage with that bite-sized content.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
I totally agree with everything Marissa just said. It's certainly not one size fits all too in terms of budget. So sometimes customized programming works great. For example, in the month of June, it's Pride Month. There's a number of webinars that are very popular that time of year. May, Mental Health Month, meditations, mindfulness, health talks. Those can be a great fit. And even, for example, in August, we have a host of programs that have to do with parenting. And on our live calendar, we have a cooking demo that is catered towards kids going back to school. So we try to calibrate the calendar towards the trends and what people are interested in content-wise. And we find personally that oftentimes things are easily conceptualized, but a little more difficult to put into practice. So that is why Marissa and Stacy from our team work so hard on the live calendar. So we try to get all that work done on behalf of our clients.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Jackie is going to hop right into a 5-minute demo. So if you'd like to stick around, if you don't, you'll get a follow-up from us, and we'll hopefully talk to you soon.
Thank you, everyone. And for those of you who are sticking around, I will go through our FitPros live demo. Okay, can everybody see my screen here?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So this is our FitPros live platform. So we have app integration with Apple and Android, but we know that some folks don't necessarily like to do things on their phone. So I always like to show the web-based version for those who maybe don't have a phone, again, don't like to do things on their phone. And this is what that looks like. So as you can see, this is our main feed. So as a wellness champion in your environment, you can pin anything top of mind to the top. So as you can see, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. We have a little blurbs on how to best practice during mental health, reminding you to breathe, things like that, and a reminder that all of our programs are mental health related. It's really cool to be able to see everything that folks in my environment are doing. So it's really awesome to see Lindsay's doing all these fun things with her kids. Marissa is in Tampa. Obviously, she's always seeing beautiful sunsets, going for walks. Being able to see just the different types of events that folks are doing in a remote environment, I think really makes us all feel more tight-knit and more together. So it's really cool to be able to see that and also just hype people up around all things health and wellness. So every company will have a private feed customized to that group, so nobody else will be able to see their information. This will be branded with their company logo, so anytime something is posted, they know that it's coming from a wellness champion in their environment. The champions can also add anything here. Again, it doesn't have to be FitPros related. So say, for example, they want to do a reminder for open enrollment, or Sandy wants to remind her team about the health fair coming up. She can absolutely go in here and pin anything to the top. Next, this is where all of our events live. So we have a variety of different types of events ranging from fitness classes, meditations classes, health talks. So we do offer a few different types of events a day, usually 3 to 5. We're cognizant of different time zones, so they take place at different times of day. We really pride ourselves on the fact that these are all live so that folks can engage. For example, I missed this desk stretch, but I can go in and watch it live and see what I missed. I'm able to see the folks in my environment who participated. I'm able to read a little bit about what the event entails. The great thing about these being live is that if people do have questions for the pro, they can write that in, which does make it feel a little more interactive and not so much like they're watching a recording. And I know Sandy was mentioning that she really loves the fact that they're live because people can talk to the instructor, ask questions, all of the things. You can filter regardless of where you're at in your well-being journey. Say, for example, Marissa really likes the fitness classes and she wants to filter for fitness. I really like meditations. I can absolutely do that. See what types of programs are going on in the near future. This meditation break looks like it is tomorrow, so I can just go in, hit RSVP. It'll automatically go to my calendar and I'll get sent a push notification, so I'll be reminded of it. And I can see Marissa and my colleague Bonnie are in it, and also read a little bit about what the session is about and what it entails. We also have a variety of different types of health talks on here and team building sessions. For groups that have any event, again, outside of FitPros, all of those events can live in here, whether it be open enrollment, a team all hands, company picnic, whatever it is. Groups can put that in here, which really helps alleviate kind of like the marketing aspect that the HR professional doesn't have to do because folks will get notifications via the app for any of that. Anything on site, like a health fair, things like that can also be pinned in here as well. Any questions around the events? What that looks like, what types of events we have, anything in terms of this events page? No? Okay, awesome. Next, we will get into the challenges. So this is my favorite part of the app, and I think the challenges is really what keeps folks engaged and what gets them really excited. Ultimately, like, people love taking care of themselves, but if they know that there's a prize at the end of it, that's even more incentivizing. So we pride ourselves on the fact that we offer an unlimited amount of challenges for the year. You can run them simultaneously. We always have 2 challenges going on here at FitPros. We always have a steps challenge, and we also have what's called a check-in challenge. So first, I will go into the steps challenge. Basically, step challenge is your basic step challenge. We integrate with Apple and Android, which integrates with a lot of the wearables so that you can see all of that information here. As you can see, there is a leaderboard with ranking of people who are crushing the steps challenge. Marissa is always really high up there. And then the winner of this challenge will get this little badge on their profile, and we help facilitate things like virtual gift cards. You can read a little bit about the challenge, see when it ends, 71 days left, and see everybody in the environment that's a part of the challenge. Another thing I love is that we do have this little AI Jack summary that kind of like chirps people if they're not in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place, and kind of hypes them up, like, Andrew, you're in 4th, catch up to Marissa, things like that. So it's really cool to be able to kind of get reminders of like who's crushing it and just kind of remembering to pick up your steps and things like that. So that is our steps challenge, which is one of our very popular challenges. But we also have what's called a check-in challenge. I think the beauty with the check-in challenge is that this gives folks the ability to compete in a challenge altogether, but gives them the flexibility to do exactly what they want to do. So, for example, my colleague Rohit has engaged in 5 events. He could be really interested in meditation, where Dan could be really invested in fitness and physical activity, but they can still engage in the same challenge and get ranked on this little leaderboard based on how many events they participate in. So I think this is a really awesome option for a lot of groups who are first utilizing the app to get employees all competing in the same challenge, but give them the freedom to be able to participate in whatever programs, whatever fitness events they're interested in. Again, the winner of this challenge gets a little badge on their profile, and you can see ranked via leaderboard with our fun little Jack's AI summary here. Any questions on the challenge piece? We are always happy to, Marissa and Dan, super creative, to help, think of any type of like challenge ideas, things that we've done with other clients in the past that might work really well. As you can see, all of our past challenges are in here. We get really creative with like Christmas time, Chingled all the way with 10K steps a day, love your strides around Valentine's Day, things like that. And then lastly, everybody gets to put together a fun little profile. As you can see, this is my profile, the people that I'm following in my environment, the people that are following me, the events and workout stats, the challenges I've done, the events, and the challenge badges. The great thing too about FitPros Live for Wellness Champions is being able to see these live analytics. So this is kind of what we showed with Sandy and her team with Cross River. So this is obviously going to be private to the company group, but because we work closely with Sandy, I can show you some of Cross River's information. So this is what every group will be able to see on their back end. They'll be able to see the challenges and how many people have joined the challenges, the badges earned, the total users in their environment, and the events. So for example, if a group is looking into events and they're like, hey, I wonder what my employees are up to. What are people really interested in? What are they engaging in? They can go to this tab and see a full dashboard overview of all of the events and who is participating. So if you scroll down here, you can see like 38 people participated in this desk stretch. Well, it might be a really good idea to one-off with a virtual desk stretch or do a on-site custom programming involving desk stretch. Maybe people are experiencing back pain if they're at a desk all day long and they're looking to do some stretches. So this is a really great way, instead of doing like surveys and taking the time to ask employees, that you can see all of that information right here. This, I think, speaks really loudly too. A lot of people are engaging in facial yoga. 65 people might be a really great opportunity to do a one-off program around different types of yoga practices, things like that. So this is great analytics for wellness professionals in any environment to be able to see and kind of figure out what they can do to help bring the most engaging programs to their employees. Any questions on the analytics that can be found and anything that I showed in regards to the FitPros Live app? No? Awesome. After our call, I will send more information around FitPros Live, and I'm always happy to go through another demo with anybody and any client that might want to come on board. We do a per employee per month pricing, and I'm happy to send that information your way. So if you do have a client that might be interested, you have an idea of what the pricing would be. We do tiers for employee groups, and basically the larger the employee count, the lower the price goes. So this is one of our most popular and robust solutions. So we're super excited to have this addition to FitPros. Did I miss anything there? Anything else that I should touch on, Lindsay, Marissa?
Not related to FitPros Live, but I was curious if you all are seeing, with a lot of companies trying to get employees back in the office, if you're seeing more in-person events, if that's kind of picking up.
Yeah, that's a good question. We definitely are. And it's really exciting because we work with a lot of groups, like specifically like health fairs is a really big one where they're like, we haven't had anything on site since before COVID. So being able to bring sessions on site, first and foremost, because a lot of people are now having to go into the office, and groups are really looking to get people excited about going into the office. So having like chair massages or a yoga class after work, or even bringing in somebody to talk about mental health or eating healthy kind of just like makes it a little bit more exciting too for people to come into the office. So we're definitely seeing a large pull on our on-site events now. Yeah.
That's great.
We have some groups too. So you can add on-site events into the events calendar here. So employees will get like the push notifications. So we have some groups that will, even if they're doing something like not FitPros related, add different on-site events where employees can check in. We also have some groups that don't offer on-site programming, but they'll actually take some of these live stream sessions and put them up on like a projector or a screen in a conference room and be like, hey, if anybody wants to come and take this yoga session, we're doing it in this room. So I've definitely seen a lot of my groups start to get creative in terms of how we're partnering to offer those on-site events.
That's
You
great.
have a lot of clients, I'm sure now that, do you have analytics to, like how many are coming back to the office, or, what types of events they're using more? Do you have that available, or have you thought about it?
Things are changing. Companies like every week are saying, oh, now we're requiring people to come back in 3 days, 5 days. So it's changing a lot that we're seeing. I don't know if we do have a percentage. How do you guys have like data on like of your client companies that are doing that?
That's why I'm asking the question,
I
Lindsay.
know.
Because sometimes clients will ask us that question, right?
Yeah.
What, how are their peers, working with this kind of, they bring people back, or what
Totally.
top topics that the other employers are looking at. So it
It's
just would be helpful if you have that data just to add. I mean, that's something you have to go out and do. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if you had
No,
it.
no, Pam, you're so right. It depends on the market for us too. Like we've worked with manufacturing companies for years who in municipalities who've always been on site, right? So it really does depend on the industry too. So it is a difficult number for us to pull, but it would be really good. I don't know, Mercer or Dan, you have an answer that I can give?
Yeah, because you know, our tech companies are always looking to outdo each other. So
Yeah.
I'm serious, right? They're like, well, what's who's doing, you know, what they're
Yeah.
doing so that they can make it better for their folks, right? So
Yeah. I will mention one of the tech groups that I work with that's been with FitPros forever. Since COVID, even though they do have on-site working locations, have been doing all of their wellness initiatives virtually, whether it's global wellness weeks, US-based wellness weeks, monthly initiatives. And they have started to get more requests to do on-site programming across the various locations. So we have some groups that are doing, you know, chair massage and an on-site team building activity at all 5 locations across the country. So I don't have a hard number for you, but I can say with some of the tech groups I'm working with, we have seen a shift of, okay, what can we offer at all 5 of our locations across the US to, in addition to our other initiatives that we're doing.
and remind me, you do have global as well, correct?
Virtual.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's also something that's a positive because getting that whole package deal, right? Just trying to keep ahead of the question.
Thank you. That's a great question. And yeah, thanks, Ian. Appreciate you guys. We'll be in touch. Thank you, Polly. We appreciate you guys so greatly.
Thank you. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. It's a long one.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I
Thank you.
forgot.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.